Welcome back, viewers, to another episode of Flex, where we flex your mind and your muscle. Today in studio, I'll be your host, TNG, and we'll get ready to get rocking. I would like to acknowledge the passing of our founding father, Dr. Sam Shavishuna Nuyoma, who has been a giant and historical figure in the in the liberation of our country. Let's dedicate a moment of silence for his legacy. All right, we'll get ready to get rocking, but before that, always make sure to catch our episodes on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25 on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on 6:30 in the morning.
Ek is Zoe Karsten, die aanbieder van Blitsfokus. Jy kan Blitsfokus kyk elke Woensdag op DStv kanaal 285 of GoTV kanaal 25. En onthou, jy kan ook Blitsfokus kyk op oneup2.com.
Yes, welcome back. You know, in every warm-up, you always have to keep the body flowing, the blood flowing. So with this warm-up, we will be starting off with arm circles. So how you do that is you just, try to have your body in a stern position and just swerve your arms, clockwise or anti-clockwise for some while. Do it for about 30 seconds. I can also just turn and give you guys a different angle of what's going on. It quite works with your shoulders. You'll be able to feel a burn once you start entering the 25-second intervals. This is just to get your blood flowing. All right, and then we'll follow up with body weight squats. So the body weight squats, just make sure you have your legs closer to a lateral position with your shoulders, and you can have your arms forward and then just try to get into a sitting position. Do it for around about 30 seconds. This works on your legs, your muscles. Make sure it eases it up before you get into the real deal. All right, and then we'll move on to shoulder rolls. This is quite simple. You don't want to put too much work in it. You will just have to stand with your legs spread a bit out and put your arms outside your thighs and just roll the shoulders, just to get yourself ready for that workout. We'll be doing a lot of work today. I can give you a different angle. You can also turn your neck just to make sure that when you're turning, you don't end up with unforeseen injuries. Do that for 30 seconds still. My 30 seconds are about to be over. And then we will go to standing toe touches, which you just try to make sure that you have your legs close to each other, and then just try to hold for 10 seconds. You should be able to feel your hamstring. So this works on the hamstring. Make sure that you have it ready as well. Okay, and then we'll go to slow high knees, which is basically just trying to make sure that your muscles are flexed up. You know what I mean? All right. We'll be back after the break to start with our second one. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
Get ready for an exhilarating journey into the heart of Namibian schools with Generation C. Our show is all about celebrating Gen C, where every learner's voice is heard loud and clear. Picture this. Each school taking part in the My Zone School project gets their very own dynamic 26-minute spotlight show packed with passion, talent, and undeniable spirit of the Namibian youth. But wait, there's more. You can catch all the actions and inspiration on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25 every Thursday at 5 p.m. We are also on social media platforms at 2 p.m. So set your reminders and gather your friends and family for an unforgettable viewing experience. Dive into My Zone socials for an exclusive behind-the-scenes content, interviews, and more starting at 2 p.m. It's your chance to connect with the incredible individuals shaping the future of Namibia's education landscape. Don't miss out on the energy, the passion, and the unstoppable spirit of Generation C. Tune in, join the conversation, and be part of something truly special.
I'm glad that you're still watching. Here is our second one. And for today in our second one, we'll be starting off with plank holds. So what happens in plank holds is that you try to always go down by your elbows and have your feet spread a bit out. And then you just hold it. Try to get a bit as low as possible. It works on the abs as well as the shoulders. So in 3, 2, 1. Doing it. You can also try to get lower, just to make it a challenge a bit. If you don't like things being a bit easy, you can always try to toughen it up. All right. And then next up, we follow up with glute bridges. Pretty much sure that most of you guys are familiar with glute bridges. And how we do this is we'll just try to make sure that you just put your body at rest a bit. Have your arms or your hands closer to your pelvic area, just below. And then your feet as well close by. And then what you do is you raise your feet up a little bit so that when you're putting in the work, you just press the feet in while you raise your pelvic area. So in 3, 2, 1. All right. Then next up, we follow up with push-ups. I'm pretty sure you guys are all familiar with how push-up works. And we'll try to have them a bit fast, you know, just to create a challenge, you know. Try to get as many as possible within this 30-second time frame. And we'll start in 3, 2, 1. So all right. Next up, following up with squats. All right. So, you know, so I did the push-ups, went to about 30, but it's not always about the number, but the efficiency. But always try to get as many as possible within that 30-second time frame. So next up is the squats. And with the squats, just like before, you can decide how wide you want your legs to be out, but it's always better to have them a bit, you know, in the same position with your shoulders, not too much back. And then in 3, 2, 1, we go. You can also speed it up if you want to make it more challenging. You can always try to speed it up a bit. Just always make sure that your legs, or your thighs rather, are always in a parallel position with the floor. All right. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with circuit 2. That was fun, right? All right.
This is Africa. Good morning.
My name is Aina Raizakaya alongside Diana Master.
In the ANC conference in December. So starting off with the cycling.
Africa, good morning. Do have a lovely...
Minister Monica Mchangwa has said that
With the soccer, the English Premier League continued, the biggest game being...
On that note, it is all our love, all our light.
Hi friends!
All right. For those of you guys who are still here, would like to have a round of applause for you not being quitters. We are halfway there, and this is our circuit 2. And with our circuit 2, we'll be starting with jump squats. How jump squats work is that you try to have, like I said earlier, in the same position, and then you just put your knees and then you jump a bit and then back up. Always try to make sure that when you land, your feet are still straight forward. All right, in 3, 2, 1. As you can see, my feet also start wanting to get a bit out of order, but you always have to make sure that you try to have them straight. All right, we'll be moving on to the squat toe touches. And what happens here is you always try to make sure when you put your squats in, all right. I forgot to mention that in this circuit 2, we'll be mostly working with our lower body. So a lot of leg work is going to be involved in this circuit. Okay, so like I demonstrated, you squat and then you touch. You squat and then you touch. All right, let's get it going in 3, 2, 1. Squat and then you touch. Squat, squat, touch, touch. Squat, touch, touch. Squat. You can even try to make it a bit higher if you can. Touch, squat. So, all right. We'll be moving on to plank shoulder taps. And what goes on in this exercise is that you try to put your arms straight up like this. When basically it's like you hold, but then you always try to make sure that your body is straight, and then you tap your shoulder. We'll run through this 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1. So you tap, 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 you tap. You'll be feeling your shoulders before you even know it. Tap, 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 and tap. Right, our last exercise in our section of circuit 2 will just be basically getting you guys some dumbbells for basically just high knees with some dumbbells. All right. So what we do is try to hold your dumbbells in a 90-degree angle. Your arm basically should be in a 90-degree angle, and then you just try to, move up and down just like that. We'll be starting that in 3, 2, 1. So you just to get that leg work in play. Imagine running with ease. You just put in that work. Okay. So we have come to the end of our circuit 2, but we're not done yet. We still have a cool down to get into. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this break.
Get ready for an exhilarating journey into the heart of Namibian schools with Generation C. Our show is all about celebrating Gen C, where every learner's voice is heard loud and clear. Picture this. Each school taking part in the My Zone School project gets their very own dynamic 26-minute spotlight show packed with passion, talent, and undeniable spirit of the Namibian youth. But wait, there's more. You can catch all the actions and inspiration on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25 every Thursday at 5 p.m. We are also on social media platforms at 2 p.m. So set your reminders and gather your friends and family for an unforgettable viewing experience. Dive into My Zone socials for an exclusive behind-the-scenes content, interviews, and more starting at 2 p.m. It's your chance to connect with the incredible individuals shaping the future of Namibia's education landscape. Don't miss out on the energy, the passion, and the unstoppable spirit of Generation C. Tune in, join the conversation, and be part of something truly special.
Hello and welcome to today's Sports Rep Show.
I am your host, Jesse Jackson Kauraifa. In replay, Namibia, who had won the toss for the first time on this tour.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, starting off with tennis news, both on the WTA for women's and
All right, welcome back to our last section of the show, which is cool down. And in this cool down, we're not gonna have too much, just a few stretches, few exercises to just, send you off in a good spirit. So we're gonna start off with a child's pose, and I'll be demonstrating this. Always try to have yourself in this position where you bend your legs back all the way to your thighs, and you just try to stretch, all the way down. All right, we're beginning in 3, 2, 1. So bend backwards and just stretch all the way as far as you can. Hold it for a few seconds, and then you get back, and then you go back again, and then you stretch as far as you can. All right, again, and then you bend backwards, and then you stretch once more. Okay, we'll be moving on to the double knee to chest. I'll be demonstrating again, where you just try to lay on your back, and then just try to grab your knees or your thighs rather, and then you just try to press them up to the chest and hold them for as long as you can. All right, we'll be beginning in 3, 2, 1. If you want, you can always try to move a bit forward with your whole body. Just try to press it and then go back. You guys feel? All right. Next up, for our last one, we will be going into hamstring stretches. These ones don't require you to do a lot, and we'll start in 3, 2, 1. Then you can just hold it. You'll start feeling the hamstring in about 10 seconds into this exercise. But if you have come this far, that means you're a warrior, and there's nothing that you cannot go through. So always make sure to not be a quitter. All right, we have come to the end of our cool down and the end of our show. This is Flex, where you flex your mind and your muscle. And we'll see you again next time. For me, your host, TNG, I'll be signing out.